Good afternoon. Today's topic: how I would raise my child. Now, there is no chance in hell I'm bringing any kids into this world. I've known that since I was probably from the womb. I just did not want kids. It's like people that grow up knowing they're going to become a nun or a priest or whatever. I knew I wasn't going to have kids, and I knew I did not want the but the caveat is if I had a kid, if I through some sort of strange twist of fate had a kid, this is how I'd raise my kid. Okay, let's start with number one: no sugar, no sugar at all, no sugar in their diet, none, nada. No TV at all, nothing. No TV. Radio, sure, you can listen to rock and whatever they want, but not the DJs. I don't want them being influenced by any of that talk. But they can listen to all Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, any of that stuff. That's very educational. Very good, very good. And what else? I would let them have freedom of speech. I'd have to clean up my language so that they would be picking up on the four-letter words, and they wouldn't have to worry about other outside influences other than me and my significant other and our other extended family. But I'd limit the exposure to other kids, so I wouldn't be sending them off to any organized school. All right, I don't want my kid being corrupted by all the garbage the other kids that are learning from their home and bringing it back into my home. I want control over that kid. I want to teach him manners and respect and courtesy and freedom to speak his mind or her mind, him or her. And I'd want I want to be able to teach them compassion, respect for, again, I just said respect 3 times, but respect, actually, that's the most important thing, more than, which leads me to my next point, was that I would homeschool them. For one, I'd homeschool him or her until they're about 12 or so. Because I think you have to send them, it's at some point you have to send them back out into the cold, cruel world, and it would kind of suck for me, but I do want control. I would want control over my kid up until at least 11 or 12, and then I have to send them out there. I have to let them fly away. But I think by that point, I'd have a very good influence on them. So. And the diet would be, all set, and they wouldn't have been exposed to all the garbage, all the other kids. So by the time they got into school, say 4th or 5th grade, that they'd be way ahead of the game, both educationally, physically, emotionally, and because I know myself, man. You go into, you're like 6 or 7 years old, and you get kids coming at you, and I could just totally F you up for your whole life. So I don't want that. It wouldn't happen to my kid, in theory. Like I said, I think I mentioned earlier, like exposure to kids in the neighborhood. I don't know about that. Maybe, I don't know. I guess you'd have to let them get out and play, But definitely, it's the homeschooling could be expensive, I suppose, but I think it'd be worth it, have some top of the line tutors come in, teach them stuff that I couldn't teach them. But I think up until the age of 12 or 13, whatever, the bottom line, even if they don't even learn how to read, they're going to learn respect. And I think that'll carry you through life, RESPECT. That's what it means to me. Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me. But that's it in a nutshell. And because I think a lot of how your brain works, a lot of it is definitely affected by your diet and exercise, and not being corrupted by other people's way of thinking. And I'd like to do that too. Just teach them creative thought and to think outside the lines and think for himself, and just bottom line, to have a happy life. And you're gonna run into people that aren't gonna agree with you or gonna try to put you down. But I think if I had control over those first 12 years or so, it wouldn't. Hopefully by that point, I'd have established a good base, solid base. And I don't think you get that if you're only controlling them up to, say, some parents send their kids off to preschool. It's at 3 years old or whatever. I'm not throwing my kid out to the wolves at that age. No. Again, this is all theory because I don't want any kids. But if I did, that's how I'd raise them. So I'm sure there's some flaws in that system, but I just would not want my kid out there. I see how the kids treat other kids, and I would not want any of that for my kid. Only the best. So, what do I say? Oh yeah, adios.